Ich möchte bitte einen Kaffee.
They say every morning in the highlands begins with a quiet miracle. Before the night mist has the chance to fade, while the first sunlight is still shyly hiding behind the endless rolling hills, that is when life begins to stir. Can you hear it? The breath of the soil, the whisper of the wind weaving through the canopy. Here, every dewdrop resting on a leaf is more than just water. It is the essence of heaven and earth, the accumulation of long, cold nights waiting for the moment of sunrise. And from that stillness, a magical transformation begins, from the fragile green of the beginning, reaching through the wind and sun, to burst into the vibrant red of maturity. It is not just the ripening of a fruit, but nature's promise of an enchanting journey about to unfold. Amidst the vast wilderness, humanity is here not to conquer, but to harmonize. The farmers, with skin weathered by the sun and wind, understand the language of the trees better than anyone. Look at those hands, not hurried, not greedy, they cherish every branch, their keen eyes selecting only the ripest, most perfect red cherries. They leave the green ones behind, a promise to time, whispering, "Grow on, wait for your turn to shine." One by one, the sound of cherries falling into the woven basket sounds like a rustic melody of the harvest joy. As the sun rises high and sweat falls to the ground, smiles remain, for they know, what they are harvesting is not just produce, but the crystallization of sweat, tears, and love for this land. Leaving the peaceful hills, trucks carrying the red gold of the highlands begin to roll. The winding pass is like a silk ribbon connecting wild nature with civilized craftsmanship. Their destination is where the second miracle will be performed. Here, precision reigns supreme. Every crate of fresh red fruit is welcomed, weighed, and measured with care. It is no longer the improvisation of nature, but the discipline of process. The crimson streams flow, hurried yet orderly, preparing for a spectacular metamorphosis.
Careful with the pallet, make sure it's secure.
Yeah, I got it. Watch the conveyor behind you.
Water, the source of life, now acts as the purifier. In the cool channels, the current washes away the dust, carrying away imperfections, keeping only the densest kernels. Watch them dive and dance in the water, as if being cleansed to return to their purest self. Then, in the stillness of the fermentation tank, a microscopic dialogue takes place. Tiny bubbles rising are the sign of life transforming from within. And when they emerge, the coffee beans shed their bright red coats to don a layer of golden parchment. Clean and pure, vast and open, the drying patio stretches out like a giant carpet welcoming the sun. This is when nature once again opens its arms to embrace its children. Millions of coffee cherries lie spread out under the deep blue sky. Wooden rakes in the hands of workers draw beautiful patterns on the ground. They turn, they flip, with patience and precision. Listen closely. That dry rattling sound is the sound of moisture leaving behind concentrated flavor. Time passes as shadows lengthen. From bright red, they shift to the dark color of experience. When sunset falls, painting the horizon purple, or when the night brings cold dew, the beans are covered and kept warm. They sleep peacefully to gather energy for the long journey ahead. Inside the factory, a different symphony begins, the symphony of mechanics. Giant machines awaken. The sounds of vibration and impact are powerful yet controlled. The dry husk shatters, revealing the precious green gem, hidden for so long. This is the green kernel, the soul of the coffee. But perfection accepts no flaws. On the endless conveyor belt, modern technology scrutinizes every tiny bean. Laser beams scan as fast as the blink of an eye. The electronic eye misses no error. A sharp blast of compressed air decisively rejects the black, defective beans. Only the very essence is allowed to proceed. After being carefully sorted by size, The green coffee beans are bagged and stacked neatly in the warehouse. They lie there, silent but containing explosive potential, ready for the most important ritual, fire. This is the heart of the roastery, where art meets science. The cold green beans are awakened by intense heat. Inside the shiny black roasting drum, they begin to dance, a wild dance in darkness and temperature. The temperature rises. Pale green turns to yellow, then golden brown. The Maillard reaction begins weaving complex layers of flavor. Can you smell it? The scent of dry hay, baked bread, then burnt caramel. Smoke begins to weave through it, signaling a profound transformation down to the cellular level. And then, pop! The first crack rings out like a cry of joy. The bean expands, breaking its final shell to release a fragrant aroma. It is the moment of sublimation, where matter transforms into emotion. The artisan roaster does not just look with eyes, but feels with the soul. A deep inhale, a focused gaze on the color. Just 1 second over the fire, and all effort vanishes. And then, the decision is made. The door opens wide. Quote. A waterfall of hot dark beans pours onto the cooling tray. Agitator arms spin. Smoke and heat rise intensely then vanish into the void. The heat storm passes, leaving behind shining, oily brown beans, resting after their fiery journey. In the returning silence of the roastery, the roaster smiles with satisfaction. The batch is complete. A masterpiece has been born. But the journey is not over. Coffee needs time to breathe. In discrete silos, the degassing process happens silently. The resting time is as important as the roasting time, helping the flavor become round and full. In the pristine white laboratory, Q graders begin their rigorous evaluation ritual. The sound of grinding beans, boiling water pouring, and that distinctive sharp slurp. Every sense is mobilized to find the most subtle notes, a hint of fruit, a touch of chocolate, or the sweet aftertaste of honey. The score is written down, not just a number, but an affirmation of quality. The exquisite coffee beans are now ready to meet the world. The automated line places them into modern packaging. The smart one-way valve keeps the flavor fresh, preventing outside air from entering. The hiss of the heat sealer, the thud of the bag landing on the table. That is the sound of a gift fully wrapped. And finally, the journey of 1,000 miles stops right in your small kitchen. When the sound of the bag cutting rings out, the rich aroma immediately spreads, awakening every sense. The grinder crushes the beans, releasing the essence distilled from heaven and earth. A firm pan, hot water passes through, and there, a golden brown stream, thick as honey, slowly drips down. The golden crema layer coats the top like a magnificent crown. The moment you lift the cup, inhale that aroma, and take the first sip. It is not just drinking a beverage. It is you tasting the highland sun and wind, feeling the farmer's sweat, and enjoying a miraculous journey. From the dry Mother Earth to the open soul. That is the alchemy of coffee.